all my life. Been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life. Look.
What's going on, guys, and welcome to the video. So today we're going to be doing a full day of eating. I'm going to take you through my entire diet as I'm getting shredded for my New Year's cut. So I started this cut right after Christmas and I'm down 10 pounds so far. I started at 205. Definitely had some Christmas and Thanksgiving fluff on me. So I'd say not all of that was fat. You know, of that 10 pounds, a decent bit of that was just excess water weight and inflammation from all the delicious food. But nonetheless, we're down 10 pounds and rocking and rolling with the calorie deficit. So I'm gonna take you guys through my diet of how I like to hit my calorie and macro goal with mostly whole, single ingredient foods, healthy foods, meals that I love, but also incorporate some flexibility in there and make sure I can stick to the deficit, stay full, and enjoy my food. So I'm mixing up my pre-workout and I'm about to go do a shoulder and arm session, which is one of my favorite lifts because the pump is just awesome. It looks crazy, especially when you're lean. Right now, I'm not all that lean, so it doesn't look nuts, but in about 6 to 8 weeks, when I get that nice, you know, around 12-ish, 10% body fat, and the veins start to pop, the delts look rounder, the arms look fuller, it's just awesome. So love me a good shoulder and arm day. About 90 minutes ago, I had my first meal of the day, which is obviously the pre-workout meal, which was breakfast. So that was 45 grams of oatmeal. I had a 3/4 scoop of this First Form Level 1 cinnamon cookie batter. Now, what I will say is I did 3/4 of a scoop because this protein is very sweet. And if I put a full scoop in there, it just tastes too sweet and kind of dominates. And for the rest of the meals that I'm gonna have throughout the day, I won't have a problem hitting my protein goal. So I just did 3/4 of a scoop. And really what that's for is obviously to get some protein synthesis going in the morning, but also just to make the protein taste better, right? Because I'm not a huge fan of oatmeal, but I love the way that oatmeal fuels me for my workouts, especially when I train in the morning or the first half of the day and I only have one meal in me. Some oatmeal, protein powder, and then I added 150 grams of frozen berries on top of that. And it's incredible, guys. It's truly the best pre-workout meal I've ever had if you're training on one meal per day. So if you eat breakfast and then go to the gym, hands down, for me personally and for a bit of my friends as well, we all train in the morning, protein is the best way to go. Now, you don't have to do protein. You could do egg whites, you could do eggs, but the combination of oatmeal and fruit is perfect because the oatmeal is very slow digesting. Oatmeal is a very complex carbohydrate. So, you know, I ate that meal 90 minutes ago and my body is still digesting and breaking down some of those oats. So as I'm going through this workout, I'm going to have sustained energy, but I also had the frozen berries and the fruits that are going to digest quickly and get into my bloodstream quicker. So you've got that lasting energy from the oatmeal and you've got the quick energy from the fruits. And I just find lately my strength has been better, my focus has been better, and my workout performance has been so much better. All right, guys, we're back from the gym. About to show y'all the post-workout meal. This is gonna be absolutely delicious. So we've got 6 ounces of cooked chicken breast and some homemade tzatziki. If you guys don't know what tzatziki is, it's like a Mediterranean kind of dressing slash topping. And I'm actually gonna let Kelsey come explain how we make the tzatziki because she made it. So we discovered tzatziki at a little Mediterranean place up the road. It has like the freshest ingredients. It's super good. And I was like, we need to find a way to make this at home. And Kelsey actually figured it out. So come tell him real quick how we made the tzatziki.
Hi guys. Well, I want to preface this by saying I knew about tzatziki before we went to Morocco. Love Greek food, love Mediterranean. What I did was I portioned out the 5% Greek yogurt. Then I cut up 1 clove of garlic for the cucumbers. I'll actually use a cheese grater, or we don't have a cheese grater, so I did a potato peeler, but it had that same like thinly sliced vibe a grater will do. You need to squeeze the excess juice out of the cucumber. And then what I'll do is I'll put the red wine vinegar and then fresh dill, Mix it all up again. Try to use as little as olive oil as possible. Right now I'm in a deficit and so is Drew. So put about 2 to 3 grams and then adding some sea salt in it as well.
If you guys have watched any of my content, you know, like a lot of what I do is, to maximize the calorie per macro or the flavor to macro ratio, right? That's like the most important thing to me. And this tzatziki is definitely worth the flavor to macro breakdown that we've got. This is Joseph's original pita. And what I like to use half rather than the full, because if you use the full, what ends up happening is like only a third of it is filled with chicken and the rest is just like empty. So I'd rather use half and stuff it all the way full and then get my carbs from elsewhere. So I'm gonna stuff this up and top it with some cilantro and then show you all the rest of this meal, because half of this pita is only 18 grams of carbs. And obviously I may be in a calorie deficit, but I need more than 18 grams of carbs post-workout. So we're gonna get this made up and then I'll break down the rest of the meal. All right, so here is the full post-workout meal. So like I said, we've got that half pita wrap, 6 ounces of chicken breast, the tzatziki, and then we've got 2 medium-sized oranges, which equals about 160 grams of oranges. I've weighed them out multiple times from this pack and they're all about the same size. So this meal, right, we've got nice, delicious tasting carbs from the pita. We've got micronutrient dense, also delicious carbs from the orange. Then we got our protein from chicken breast and of course the tzatziki, which is basically just yogurt with toppings. So good. What a hack. I can't believe there was a time in my fitness journey, guys, where I legitimately only ate chicken and rice. Like the thought of eating the meals I used to eat on a consistent basis, like every single day, there's no way I could do that now. Like since I've learned flexible dieting, I've learned how to track macros, it's opened up such a huge door for delicious meals like this that you can have and still reach your goals the same as if you were eating chicken and rice. So for the past couple of days, I've been transferring all of my one-on-one coaching clients from the old training software I was using to a new one, which is definitely new and improved, and I'm very excited about it. But guys, it's taken a lot more work than I thought it would. I'm not gonna lie. I spent more time than I would have hoped transferring all the programs and all the different templates and everything that I have provided for my one-on-one clients. Didn't think it was going to take this long to transfer over, but I know it will be worth the time and effort because in the long run it's going to make the client experience just that much better. For the third meal of the day, I've got 6 ounces of ground beef, 3 whole eggs, and 4.5 ounces of air fried sweet potatoes. Now this is a mountain of a meal. It looks delicious, it tastes delicious, and I'm gonna be satisfied for at least 3 hours after this meal. And this is one of the most important factors for staying consistent with your diet. It's finding meals and foods that are going to help you stay satiated for longer so you don't experience cravings and you don't feel the need to always eat extra calories. Now, of course, when you go through a fat loss phase, the leaner you get, the more the cravings increase and the more you get hungry just naturally. It's a part of the game. You can't avoid that completely, but by making good food choices and finding meals and different combinations of foods that you really enjoy that taste good and also keep you full for a very long time, it makes it much easier to stay consistent with your diet long term. So a few hours after my third meal, right around dusk, I went for a nice long walk. I unfortunately wasn't able to do cardio because I tweaked my hip kickboxing the other day, so went get a nice long walk in and then headed in for the fourth meal of the day, which was 7 ounces of cooked chicken thighs, 150 grams of jasmine rice, and then I chopped up half a cucumber and added that to the plate as well, and it just put the extra touch on the meal that made it absolutely delicious. Final meal of the day, I'm going to have a protein ice cream in the Ninja Creamy. And let me tell you guys something. I've talked about it in other full day of eating videos if you haven't seen any of them. This Ninja Creamy has been a complete game changer for my diet and for a lot of my clients as well. When you start making this and you find the recipes that you really like, it's a game changer. Literally, I had a client text me last night as I was eating my Ninja Creamy, and he's like, dude, this literally has changed my ability to stay consistent because it's just so good. So if you don't have a Ninja Creamy, I highly recommend going get one. You can click the link down below in the description, and the link to the Amazon store will be in there, and you can go get one. I think they're like $180 or something like that, and it's well worth it. I'm telling you, if it's within your budget, it's so worth it to get it. and learn how to use it. And I'm gonna share this recipe with you guys. Now to make this, it's actually incredibly simple. So what you're going to do is you're going to weigh out 300 milliliters of this chocolate Fairlife ice cream. We'll take 300 grams of that, and I like to use 1 scoop of this Cocoa Pebbles diamatized protein. You don't have to use this protein specifically. You can really use any chocolate whey protein. I have no affiliation with any supplement company, so this is literally just one I got from Walmart, and I really like it. So we've got that 1 scoop, and then literally all you do, put the lid on there, shake it up real good, boom, and throw it in the freezer. And then 6 to 8 hours after that, you can go ahead and put it in the creamy. You let it run through once, then you add another 40 milliliters of this chocolate milk, and then it ends up looking like this. And what I like to do is add a banana, so 120 grams of banana, and then 15 grams, actually 10 grams of this chocolate Hershey syrup. I've tried 15 grams a couple times, and it overpowers the flavor a little too much, but 10 grams gives it a nice little accent of a little richer chocolate. But that's really it. It's super simple, and I'm telling you guys, it's a game changer. So if you haven't got one yet, be sure to get one, and that's pretty much going to wrap this video up. So look guys, if you want access to free meal plan templates, to free training programs, and free access to our proven 3-phase process that we call the Beach Ready Blueprint, the exact process that we use with all of our one-on-one clients, then you can click the link down below in the description and gain access to all of those resources completely for free. Just fill in your information and I'll send it all over to you. So until the next video guys, keep pushing, keep persevering, and keep it positive.